What's up, droners, and welcome to this week's Droner Dialogue. And, actually, I had a really good subject for you guys. I was actually, in which I might talk about next week, I was going to talk about the relationship between drone pilot and the gimbal operator when it comes to flying dual operations, which is a really big deal and really important that a lot of people don't realize on the professional side of things. And that's really cool. And that was going to happen. It really was. But something else happened in the meantime. And I have never actually felt so much anger about a video I've seen on YouTube before. I've never felt this feeling that I feel in my feels right now. There's a guy, so you guys know how a lot of the things that we talk about, a lot of things that happen in Droner Dialogue and in Droner channels, we talk about the drone community. And we talk about how important it is that it's like every action that any drone pilot takes reflects upon the entire drone community. So if we're all following the rules, being good, being law-abiding citizens, then that's good for us. Or if we're all being douchebags, then guess what? We get to get douchebag label. And we also have everybody else paying for that. So the laws become stricter for everybody because nobody can handle themselves. And we have a wonderful case of that today. Let's get right to it. So there's this YouTube page this really pissed me off. Okay, so there's this YouTube page that I stumbled across. Somebody sent it to me, and it's of a guy in Israel. Now I'm gonna stop the story right there. Is that I've actually been to Israel before. I filmed in Israel before with my production company. And one of the first things that they told me when I got off the plane is that I wasn't allowed to use my drone. They were like, you keep that in your bag. That was back in the day when that was like 2015. But they were pretty much like, you don't fly things here because, this is like pretty close to an active military zone. And, a lot of people are on edge anyway. So do you really want to throw something else in the air to make everyone feel more comfortable about everything? So I was absolutely terrified and decided not to fly drones because I listened to the authorities and didn't do that. And I'm not going to act like I'm a professor of drone law in Israel. I'm not. I don't know how things have changed since then. But I guarantee you, what happens in this video is the most illegal thing I've ever seen happen on flying drones, like ever. It's the most illegal thing I've ever seen. Is that there's a guy who takes his Mavic and he flies it within 90 feet of the planes while they're landing. And then he took a video of it and put it on YouTube. And he named it very near no-fly zone, FZ, Saadadov Airport, which is in Israel, filming airplanes with my Mavic Pro. It's blatantly obvious this guy isn't smart. Let's just keep it completely honest. Like he can't spell the word filming. He spelled it wrong. English might be his second language, but we also have Google, so he could have looked that up. But either way, the guy, I don't even know what to say about this. So at first I watched this video, my blood was boiling, right? So I'm just take you guys through my emotions. My blood was boiling. I'm like, this is why we can't have nice things. This is why the regular community won't be able to have drones anymore, is because of people like him, because he's that close to a drone. Like, I wonder if he ever had the thought of what would happen if the drone happened to just hit the right spot of the airplane engine and take out an entire airplane engine and kill everybody on board. Like, how would you feel after that? What you gonna do? Like, is your life enough for the 90 to 120 people on that plane? Is it really? But that said, I was like, okay, well, let me see who this person is. And so I click on the YouTube page and I get into it and I'm like, this isn't the first time he's done this. This isn't the first time he's done this. This isn't the first time that he's done something illegal and posted it on YouTube and was like, yo, it's cool, I'm doing something illegal. Like, he literally labeled another one of his videos. The first thing it says is no fly zone. He's flying over like amusement parks or water parks and places he's not supposed to fly. And you would think if you were going to be doing some stuff like this, you'd be smart enough to keep your identity hidden, but he didn't do that at all. As a matter of fact, he did the opposite. In the video, the first one that I was telling about, he flies the drone down to himself as he's sitting and lounging on his beach chair and like shows exactly who he is. To the point where we've actually had a bunch of other YouTubers that I actually know, Ken Heron, out of Tennessee. He has a great drone page and he condemned it. He condemned it in the comments. Like, he's like, I hope that this is down by the time that this goes up. Thank you, Ken, you're the man, you're right. And then Never Mind Your Own. This is another page, drone guy. He made a video about it that's pretty funny. He labeled it like guy with brain piercing flies drone near, because he says the guy obviously has something going on. He has a nose piercing, so he might have a brain piercing too, making decisions the way he does. And I mean, it's pretty bad. So that brings us to, what's the point of this video? Why are you telling us about this? And I actually have a couple different reasons why I'm telling you about it. First thing is first, I want you guys, the link to this guy's video is below. Now, the reason I'd give you guys this guy's video is I had to think about this. It's like, why would I link to this video that already has 65,000 views? It's the most viewed video he has, and that's what he wants is people to like and comment on his video. He already has like 4,000 downlikes, like 5,000 downlikes, and like, he already has like 5,000 downlikes and like 80 uplikes. So, I mean, thousands of comments. I mean, over 1,000 comments of people just degrading him. But that is not enough. What you really need to do is go to the page and you need to report it on YouTube. And the way that you do that is there's like on each YouTube video, as you can see, you just go over there, you click, you hit more, you go into the report it to YouTube, make this one a harmful, dangerous acts and other dangerous acts, and then just write in there all of your opinions about how stupid this is. I personally wrote that this is an idiotic thing that anybody with any brains would not do. This is encouraging other people to do this. This is a very illegal act. This should not be shown. This should not be blah, blah, blah. But I want to bring attention to it, and the guy from Never Mind Your Own made a really good point. He said that if we just have them take down all these videos, then we won't really see that people have already done these kind of stupid things before and have had to pay for it. So that's the reason why I wanted to make a video and bring attention to this, guys, because again, like I said in the beginning of this video, we're all in this together, regardless of how brilliant all of us individually may be. And if we don't bring light to these kind of situations, if we don't hold our community accountable for the idiotic acts of this kind of person, then somebody else is going to do that for us. And they're not going to do it just for that person. They're going to do it for all of us. So I ask you droners or droner community to please go and report this video or go watch. I'm not going to take it as far as Never Mind Your Own guy. Like, this dude literally found this guy's Facebook page. Like, yo, go to his Facebook and comment on his stuff. And like, here's his name, here's his girlfriend. Like, he went in. Like, I'm not going to do that. But his video link is below if you want to see that. But I'm not going to do that. If I happen to have any awesome Israeli, people watching this that are possibly subscribers, I hope you are, or friends of mine that I met while I was there because I had a great time, I would just really ask of you to please, if you have some form of FAA or whatever, I don't know because I'm not Israeli and I don't spend enough time there to learn all the laws, is report this guy. Report this guy. Get this guy taken care of. Make an example of him so that he doesn't make it so that all of us need to be made an example of. Like, that's really what the point of this whole video is we need to make an example of this guy. We need to hold ourselves accountable. We need to be responsible drone pilots, because if we can't lead by example, then other people will lead us by their example of us, which is definitely not what we want. You know, another thing is the guy knows it's illegal. He knows it's illegal. He knows it's illegal. Like, he put it in the title. He put it in the title that's a no-fly zone. What does that mean to you, brother? Like, what is it? So you're flying a no-fly zone. Does that make you cool? So this isn't some like mall prank where somebody jumps in a fountain in a mall and they look stupid and they're just being an idiot to get attention on YouTube. This is not that. This is potentially endangering hundreds of people's lives, possibly even thousands of people's lives, because the plane were to crash into a building or crowded plaza, you're not just killing the people on the plane, you're killing everyone around in the whole area and destroying infrastructure, millions of dollars worth of damage, just so you can put a YouTube video up and get some attention. Like, it's like the juice ain't worth the squeeze, is really what it comes down to. And having people like this to be able to put it up here and act like it's okay encourages other idiots to do the same thing. You know, like, I had a video where I talked about Casey Neistat and what he was doing in New York and how he was flying, and now he's actually dealing with repercussions of that from the FAA because, you know, his was nowhere near as bad as this, not even close. But what he was doing is flying over people in New York City, which is a no-fly zone. And that's illegal, and it caught up to him. And that's why now he's one of the people saying, yeah, you shouldn't do this. And that's exactly what this should be, outside of this guy should probably be in prison for this. Like, this should, for real, like, I personally believe he should spend time behind bars, because you're endangering not only like the lives of people on the plane, you're endangering lives of people on the ground. So it's just a horrible act.
And you know it's illegal.
And you know it's illegal. Like, you hear Tony, even Tony the camera guy is mad about this one. So I'm really sorry, guys. Like, you know, I'm normally like keep it real positive, and I like to, you know, keep things uplifting because I love drones and I love flying. I love you guys. But this one I just couldn't let it fly. You see what I did there? So, and it's not even just this video. If you see any other videos of people acting ridiculously irresponsibly with drones, then you should report it. You should report it, and you should help report them. And I mean, that's just what we have to do. I mean, I don't ever want to be the guy be like, yo, go be the snitch. Like, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is protect all of us from people who are idiots, is really what I'm saying. I'm saying protect us all from the idiots, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. Droners, thank you for checking out this somewhat depressing but awesome, still necessary video of Drone Dialogue. And if you want to see more Drone Dialogues, like how much would I charge to fly drones for you, you should click here because that's a really good video. Or if you want to see the dopest opening video to a drone channel ever, bam, there it is, like always. And please go ahead and subscribe to us because that is what allows us to do what we're doing. And you could support us by hitting up our Patreon page because that really supports us in doing what we're doing. And as always, make sure you stay fly.